Are you worried about cutting your baby's tiny little nails? You're not alone in this. I've been there before. As a mum of two, I remember when my son was born and I met him for the very first time, I thought to myself, my goodness, he is the most delicate, fragile thing in the entire world, and I need to protect him from everything, including his own nails. They were so sharp. Parents often say, my goodness, how do we cut them? Now, if you look into how to cut baby nails, most of the time, and most baby registry baby shower gifts, people will give you something like this. But I find these particularly useless because the file just squashes the nail down and ends up making baby nails a little bit hairy. So they end up more of a weapon. These fine little sharp, jagged bits that can scratch their face. We really don't want them scratching their gorgeous little cheeks because then they end up with rashes. Hello, my name is Vijaya. I am an international board certified lactation consultant, midwife, and mum of two, a boy and a girl. And over the years, through many babies coming through my clinic, I've learned some really good tricks. So I'm here to share 3 tricks with you that make cutting your baby's nails much easier. And stay tuned to the end because I have a bonus tip that not only benefits your baby, but it benefits you as well. All right, let's get straight into it. Tip number 1, when should we cut our baby's nails? Well, you can cut them fairly early, within the first few days of birth, really. If they are really long, you want to get onto that so that they don't scratch their little faces. Now, when in the day? When they're younger, you can actually cut their nails while they're asleep. But once they get a little bit older, between sort of 3-4 months, they become a little bit alert. If they are napping, I know you don't want to disturb them because nap time is precious, and it might be a very small window in your day where you get a little breather. Maybe you get to drink your coffee. It might be cold, but you might finally get to it, and you don't want to disturb your baby while they're sleeping. So when they get older, a really good time to do it is actually after a shower, sort of towards the end of the day. The nails actually soften up. So even when they're younger, if their nails are a little bit softer, it is easier to cut, but they'll also be a little bit more tired, a little bit more relaxed. Tip number 2 is, what tool do I use? The nail Snail is a really handy tool. It's got these little antlers, and the 2 antlers have a blade in the middle. So you can use that by just following the natural curve of your nail. Place your baby's nail in between the antlers, and that's what actually cuts through. Really, really important when you're using this tool to always face it away from the nail beds. So you might go like that, like that, like that, like that, but never go downwards. The next thing that's really handy to think about is actually singing to your baby. Did you know that when you sing to your baby, you actually calm down, lower their heart rate, lower their breathing rate? And there was actually some research done in a neonatal intensive care unit that found that if babies had a lullaby sung to them, their heart rate was still lowered and their pain scores were actually better in the babies that had the lullaby intervention and the babies that didn't get the lullaby, whether their mother was in tune or not. So you might not think you're the best singer, but to your baby, you are so calming. Pretty cool, interesting fact. Scientifically proven to calm their nervous system down for you as well. So that's a good little trick. If you always sing the same song and we make this a positive thing that we do every time and you're consistent, it can be really, really, really good for their little developing brain, a really nice sensory experience for them. Tip number 4, bonus tip, is have a think about what might be distracting for your babies. For some people, going outside, sitting down on the earth, grounding yourself and giving yourself that chance to regulate. Take some big deep breaths. Notice for your baby, this is a whole wonderful experience because they can look up at the sky, things keep changing, they feel the wind on their face, little bits of blades of grass in their toes. You might give them a little toy so that they can play with that with one hand and you cut their nails with the other hand. Not only is baby getting this wonderful sensory experience, but you're getting a chance to ground yourself and ground your baby and really just regulate each other. A happy mum is a happy baby. And vice versa, when our kids aren't happy, we're not really happy either. I say that from experience. And remember, when baby cries, you just feel that it's a cathartic sort of deep in the heart, daggers to the heart when your baby's unhappy. So if you go outside, you may notice a big difference there. Now, what do I do if I accidentally cut the skin of my baby's nails? One thing to keep in mind is baby nails have a nail bed, so that's the skin here, a lot higher than what we do as adults. So you want to be on the conservative side and not cut too low when you're cutting baby nails. It does happen to the best of us though. Every parent will tell you that they have done it. It doesn't mean you're a bad parent if you do cut the skin on your baby's nails. Obviously, we learn from our mistake. If you do inadvertently cut your baby's skin on their nails, just take a clean tissue, place that on the area, put some firm pressure so it stops bleeding. Don't use a plaster because a plaster is a choking hazard, and keep that area nice and dry, nice and clean. And in this instance, if this does happen, don't let your baby's hands go in the dirt because it is a little bit risky if there is an open cut. But babies heal really, really fast, and they are incredibly resilient. They're born to survive and survive our little trial and errors as parents. So if you do by accident cut their little skin, please don't be too hard on yourself, and remember, even the best of us have done it. Try those 3 tips and the bonus tip and see if you find it helpful. Share that with another mum so that we can all make things a little easier with our new babies. And subscribe for more tips and tricks. Happy feeding and best of luck.